Okay, and here we are back in Torchlight, having a little bit of fun. I was trying to do, I think, too much at once there. I crashed the Unreal Engine. So I gotta go back and do a whole bunch of things today. And just to give you guys a little idea of what I was trying to do, is trying to take some of the free assets from one thing into another thing with 6 other things, and I've never done that before. and while I could get each of them separately to work, getting these things to work together, yeah, this is where it begins. This is where the real learning begins, eh? So yeah, to the 2 guys I was doing some things for, this may take about a week. Okay, I gotta slow it down here, because I not only have to do some things for my own channel, right? I gotta I like putting some content up. I like getting around to everybody's channel, but it was like, I felt like I would spend only like 10 minutes in everybody's live stream, and then I have to go to the next guys, and the next guys, and the next guys, and the next guys, right? And we're all just trying to watch each other a little bit here to show some support, right? Which isn't a bad thing. I like these guys' streams. There are some really entertaining people out there. And what I want to also do is, as I watch some of your streams, I would like to say, there are some things you could be doing better, man. Like, just from what I've seen other people do that makes me laugh, or I'm engaged, And that's cool. Like, have a personality. Make some kind of weird personality up. Make it, do something fun with it. Take your game and explore, being silly with it. Try that once. See how people laugh. See how people don't laugh, Even if people put a downvote on something you're doing, that's showing YouTube you're getting views. Okay, they count that as a view. More views, better. And I go around, and I'm gonna put more and more people on my featured little page there. I got a few people there. These are people that have supported me, give me a little bit of what do you call it, moral support. Some of them, right? Some of them, when I'm feeling upset or down, I just wanted to go and chill and relax from the rest of everything else. I just hang out there and don't even really talk sometimes. Just sometimes I act real stupid there, or this or that, right? There are places to go and different, So anyway, I'm going to get back into this a bit. I was having some fun with it. Yeah, it's actually a pretty neat game. What was I doing here? I better look at my inventory before I go anywhere. What's this? It's been too... And that's the thing with me. I'll play one game. I'll play for like 6 hours, right? And then, you realize you shouldn't be putting videos up that are like 6 hours long, right? YouTube will only let me put up, I think, a 8-hour video, but I'm not doing that. But the optimal length of a video is between 30 minutes and, I believe, an hour. But I mean, I do playthroughs. I want to get some content up there, and YouTube can put the commercials into their stuff, and make money that way. I'm getting, apparently, recommended traffic. My traffic to me is about 11%. So I don't know if that's normal or it's not normal, but it's increasing. Everything's increasing, which I'm putting more effort into things, running around, saying hi to people, helping people out, doing, this is what you do, guys. And if you, even if you don't have a skill, like I was having a chat, and I said, we had this discussion about Epic Games and some of their exclusivity stuff. I says, look at this. If you're so worried about it, go get their engine and make your own game. Well, he says, well, I don't have time to. Well, The question being is, if you don't have the time to, and you're expecting other people to do it, are you expecting them to do it for less wages and more stress about money? That sounds communist to me, buddy. You know? I don't know what to say there. That's another angle that hasn't been said about this. Like, what is people expecting people to make video games for nothing? I mean, I'll do it just because I have the time to do it, right? But I don't have a 400-man team doing it either, right? You know. And I don't have I have to figure out what I need to learn. Okay? You see? That's another big difference. So when I get the game made, if it has any multiplayer in it, the next thing I'm going to have to figure out is how to integrate multiplayer into it that might be on a server. So maybe it was a good thing that Epic gave some money to Spatial OS, which is not Epic's own cloud services, but another type of cloud service that not only Epic's games use, but Unity's games, Godot's, a couple other different types of engines, right? All right, so that their games don't shut down, and then we have like something else we can use. All right, maybe it's good. Some of these things, right? I don't want to get into too heavy of a rant on all this jazz. Rah, rah. That's right. Give them wood. Oh, jeez. I got the right spell set up. Yeah, okay. Here's my little, what is that? A glorified rat. Ooh. Die. That's how you deal with people. Now, I didn't have my finger near a keyboard. See, I'm doing everything without touching the keyboard here. Okay. Now, if you had your finger near a keyboard, you could hit the number 2 there when I was up there and I was running out of mana. Okay. Some of the reasons why I like some of these games, guys. Okay, like I had a back injury. I was pretty much bedridden for a while. Couldn't walk, couldn't do anything, and I can kind of do that now. I mean, I have days when I'm in a lot of pain and then, you know, whatever, right? But you don't hear me cry about it, okay? You ever notice that? You know, I'm trying to just, I'm not using anything as a crutch, okay? Because I'm showing you that a person with a physical disability isn't mentally disabled and has the capability of learning and doing stuff, right? Come on, get out of the way there. Hit him again. I guess I should collect all the loot, eh? Let's go walking around here. Oh, money. Never leave money on the floor. Oh. Every time I hear that sound, I think, flash! Oh. 80s movie. Whatever. I thought I killed you guys. Are they coming out of the walls? Maybe they are. I'm gonna kill something over there. Good way to get experience, though, I think. What do I need here? 50,000? Like, if you, I'll put a link to another YouTuber who who does kind of like real goofy reviews of games in a sense, and he shows the ways the games are screwed up, right? And he has fun with it. Okay, he's a British guy, so his big thing is, you know, if he plays a game and there's a religious aspect to it, he makes the church a tea. You know, that's clever. You know, it's like when YouTube was giving everybody the business with the new content ID thing. I went to Guild Wars 2 and made a character called YouTubeidicus. Just running around being stupid. Let's just say that people in Guild Wars 2 are not happy about YouTube. Doesn't matter, I don't give a crap. The only thing going for that game now is the PvE and a little bit of the PvP, like one-on-one stuff. The server I was on for World vs. World, and that is literally, it's dead. I swear all of us not all of us, but most of the people that I knew that are half decent there have now left, or have just not played the game anymore. We had one good hurrah there. We made it right up to tier 1. We kicked some butt there for a little bit. We showed them one day when we all get together and get serious, we can do it. It's just, I don't know. After that, everyone just kind of, that's enough of that. You know? This is one of those things where, what is this? Oh, look at this guy. He's going to shoot arrows at me up here. I better get up the stairs, eh, boys? Kill! Get that guy. Alright. Now that I've murdered my way up the stairs. Oh, and before Warner Brothers got sold to AT&T, on Steam they gave out the Lego Lord of the Rings thing, and apparently you can't even buy that game now. I might do a little playthrough on that, but the problem is it's a game that you really need a controller for. Oh, does that hurt? How about that? Ha 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 ha. I win. I love it when I knock them right off the walls there and they fall right off. Let's see what do we got here. Whoops. Twitchy middle finger. Did the right click. Let's see what we got in here. Wow.
I can't.
I can't. Almost sounded like Sean Connery. Or
I can't do that.
I can't do that. I can't do that. Well, no, it doesn't sound like him. Get the mage. Mage. Barely hurt me. Oh, and I'll go back to my endless space thing there, and I'll make up a big fleet, and I'll just go around murdering planets. I made too big a universe there. It's like all that play, and I'm at 50% of the galaxy. I'm like, oh my lord. Like, I'll put up Evorian too for you guys. Like, I had an old playthrough of it, but what I'll do is I'll do a newer one, because now they've done some. The guy is doing some updates to the game. It's like Minecraft, but it's kind of different. There's also another game called Star Maid that's similar to it, but doesn't have the polish and the gameplay. And when you buy the game, you actually get the ability to run a server yourself. right? You could put your own rules, your own mods on it, and he's big on allowing the modding, and he's increased that. One of the things that's the problem with the game, think about it, guys, 10 million star systems, okay? What do you think happens when you get 10 people playing this game? They may never, ever, ever, ever for months run into each other. I was on a server where there was 100 people playing, and it took me 2 months before I found a real human being in the game. So, yeah, neat. But you can make some really cool ships. And that's the other thing. You can go into the creative mode, and they got the workshop there, and there's tons of stuff. It's another really neat game. And you know, the way they do it is most of the private servers is there's like an area that's sealed off in the inner. It's like an inner galaxy. Okay. Anything outside of that, players can't attack each other. And if they do, everyone gangs up on them. Okay, just so you know. And that's usually the end of you. Most times. Anyway, on the inside, you can have some of that interaction if you're not in the same guild. That's another thing. And they got trading and mining and you can. Here's a neat part. Let's say I made the Battlestar Galactica. Okay. Guess what I can do? I can make little vipers that go off of my ship and like guard me, right? I was actually in the middle of designing the old school base stars from Battlestar Galactica, like from the 70s, right? With the two big saucers, and then you got the little. It's hard to do though, and I got it kind of functional, and then I got doing other things. Like, so this is the thing with me. I get doing something, and then something else pops up, and I get the idea how to make it work, and I go into at that. That's why it's good to take a little break from something when you're doing something a little bit complicated, because then your mind gets fresh, right? You might find a different angle at something. What do we got here?
My pack is full.
No, it is not. You know why? We have... What's that? Ooh. We have the pet. Ooh, that's a nice piece of... but look at my serpent helmet. It's got so many different abilities. Okay. We'll keep that. Actually, I'm going to keep that. What about this one? That can go. See, one thing I've noticed, the difference between the way I do things and a lot of the other guys do, if I'm doing a bit of more of a serious playthrough, right, which is most of the time, right, when I'm actually playing the games, I don't cut things out, you know? I never cut things out. I keep things rolling, right? Because I want you to also know if there's a grindy spot in a game or something like that, I want you to know it. I don't want to hide things from you. You see, there's a key there to that, right? I understand, you know, people want to keep videos short, and if you're doing something themed, right? Like say that that lad that does the tea thing, right? That's perfect what he does. He has a good valid reason to maybe do some cuts to other stuff because he wants to get it done in half an hour and keep people amused, right? You don't want to drag something out long because then the humor levels start to drop, right, a little. But sometimes, like, you know, I'm playing the game and I'm enjoying it. This is what I got for free from Epic, you know. Some guys were asking me about these games, you know. They give out a game a month. I says, no, you know, they give out one, maybe two. One time they gave out 3 games. One of them was something like a virtual reality game even, you know? Like, people don't understand, man. I don't know. I honestly, what's Steam doing? Ooh, that hurt. You know, like the biggest thing I saw was this guy doing this. He was showing this summer sale, and there was like this thing you could buy where you get these points towards doing this. It just really, looking at this, I was just going. It just felt like a scam. You know. Also, you could get you know, discounts of up to 97% on buying stuff on Steam, and I was like, why would I have? You know, if I'm going to spend 16 hours to get a discount for a game, I could go to work, and in 16 hours, I could buy 5 games. You know, people. What's down here? This is quite the dwarven little. Oh! I'm stuck. There we go. There we go. Gotcha. Oh, barrel. Urgh. Now where am I going? Looks like I went the wrong way. There's gotta be some way down over here. Here, I'll go up to there. So one of the, the main differences that I liked about Grim Dawn was I could click the middle mouse button and then swivel. I actually got good at doing that for, what is that? Oh, anything else over here? As I go. But see, the biggest problem I had with Grim Dawn was that the way they do the scaling on your current mission at your current level. If I went and I played a session where I grinded a lot and got a lot of levels, like say I went up to like level 15 or something in a 10th level area just because I was looking for some items, right, for crafting, let's say, and then I went and did a mission that normally you do at level 10, right, it would scale it up. So the difficulty is always going to at least be a certain difficulty. You never get that, you know, I just want to jump in, have an easy time of this or that, and, you know, it doesn't do that. So by the time I reached around level 78, things started getting difficult, and I could see some errors in my build that I'd made, and it's one of those things you can't correct it. And the other point was the expansion came available to me around level 15, and I never went back to it until level 50, and I just died every time. Just died it just so fast. I just haven't played it, you know. So then I got that little mod there, and it makes you have so much potential to level so fast that really the only way to play the game with that mod in a real sense is just to show off the areas to people and then quit that game, because unless you finish everything, and I mean the entire game, when you stop and go back to something, it's going to scale up on you, and you're going to get some issues if your build isn't proper. Which, you know, it's going to teach you how to make builds, you know. Shut the door. What else we got here? Did that open up when I went over there? No? I swear the door opened there. Huh. The gold. Floating sword, eh? You think you're smart? Uh-oh. See, another thing is Unreal a couple of weeks back upgraded about a month ago upgraded from 4.21 to 4.22 or something, and now they've upgraded to another preview version. And the problem is I had some free assets with soldiers in them that I could have used for the one guy's little picture thing, and when I was talking to him I wasn't realizing that those assets can't be used in the 4.22 or above anymore. So now I had to go around, look for some free soldier stuff, just so I don't have to, go and do all that myself. And then I can bring something into Unreal and then animate it. And then there's having to place some of these animation poses, retargeting those onto, say, a mesh. Right? You got to rig this stuff and you got to bring it in when it's not done already, right? And then the retargeting may be off, and then I got to mess with the bones. I'm trying to keep this stuff fresh in my brain as I'm just running around doing stuff, right? Because I got to keep practicing this, because this is a little bit new to me. Like, a lot of people are going, hey, this is cool, this is neat, blah, blah, blah. You know what? It's not that long ago I wasn't able to do any of that. What's the interesting part is, get off that. Yeah, you go sit on the spikes. See how you like it. He's still alive? There, I'll take care of you. What else is around here? Oh, sure. Am I maxed on potions? No. I can't pick that up. Okay, I guess I can. What else is over there? Dead adventure, eh? Another one. Come on. Come over here, dummy. Come on. I'll get you. Come on. Nah, 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 nah. That's right. Whee! What are we gonna do today, Pinky? This is really broken, okay? Because this is the only skill I really need. What is it called? Stampede. Like, I tried using like Fireball, like in the other skills. They seem like they're really cool, powerful spells and stuff, but they got cooldowns. This is just instant slamitis. See? Wham! Wham! I feel like Bam Bam from Flintstones. Now I feel old. I don't have enough mana. Well, okay, drink some more. There you go. That's the way. Kick him right over the wall. See, you can't pick stuff up again. Come on. Pick it up. Oh my god. What are you? The game's gone retarded on me here. Come on. Come on, you. Well, I guess I lost that loot. Can't touch it. You're getting ripped off of healing potions. Now I'm angry. You're all dead. Oh, look at that. Anyone else want some? There we go. What are you trying to sell me? What's this? You got two of those. What's this? Dervish. That'd be funny, eh? Cast that spell and then the other spell. Oh, sure. Charge me $5,000 for that. No, thank you. What's this? Nudging, crackling bow of the savage. What's this hammer do? One-handed. 355. But the Toad King's call. You know, you gotta have, like, you know. I gotta have Captain Frog around. You know? That's the whole point of this game, is, like, to be the Frog Overlord, isn't it? I've never used a bow in this game yet. They're good for money though. Ooh, this looks brutal. It's a shield. Look, it was gauntlets. Sorry, man. You don't have anything I want. Rock there was why I wasn't moving anywhere. Ha! I was like firing that. Come on, hit him. Your turn. See, you didn't even need any special ability. What's this? And we go over here, we go over here. We go over here, then over here, then over here. We kill him, kill him. Ooh, I got spiked. Ouch. Patty cake, baker's man. Hit an orc, and then there's 10. I'll go over here and get you. Yeah, walk right over the spikes. What's this do? Okay, ooh, nifty. That was funny. And then I go up here, right? Oh, I'm doing damage without even hitting them now. That's what that, it's an aura thing. Sucking the life right out of them. Come here, you. That orange color, that's the damage the aura is doing. With me doing an attack, that is.
You have gained in experience.
Yes, I've gained an experience. Thank you. Thank you very much. I enjoyed very much. Yeah, no, I had to laugh too, eh? I'm in this chat, eh, and this guy's going, you know, because I type and I don't punctuate, okay? I got the education, I could blow your minds, but that's okay, alright? If you can't understand it without a period at the end of a sentence, there's something wrong with you, not me, okay? And when you're talking about certain topics that are deep, and And the immediate thing that a guy says is he still talking? How come you haven't punctuated your sentence? This person is the problem. His kind are the problem, okay? Don't worry about those kinds of people. You shouldn't have them in your discords. You shouldn't have them in your chats, because regular people then get peeved at being in your chats, okay? You don't grow. You do the opposite. It gives you a bad name, okay? It should not be tolerated. So I just more or less cracked a joke at the guy and just kept right on going and laughing, eh? And as I go, right, I start to punctuate and do all these other things, right? Just because I know the other person is not wanting to hear what you have to say, and they have no argument to defend against it. So therefore, what they're doing is they're trying to find any excuse to attack you, not what you're saying. That's what SJWs do, by the way, guys. These crazy far lefties that are beyond, I don't know. Like I'm like everyone else. Okay. I don't want to see the environment destroyed or nothing either, okay? But at the same time, we all got to work in it. We all got to live in it. And you got to find different ways to save things. You got to find different ways to do things without harming things, okay? I don't mind making a buck, but at the same point, I don't want to see anyone get hurt because of it either, okay? Let alone invading another country over it. Whatever. But I'll say on the other flip side, should that country ever, do something that does require us to invade them, I've got a family that's pretty much been, all of us served in the military. Okay? That's another one, eh? Woohoo. Honorable discharge, boys and girls. I was in a mortar platoon. I got to blow shit up. For a living. Imagine that. Where are we going here? Where is the exit here? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
My mana is low.
There's lots of gold around there, eh? Watch this. I think I got it all. Without even getting hit once. It's like all things, man. Eventually you find a pattern. Ooh, guess what? That's the next level. We're gonna level up, and then we're gonna call that an episode. Tune in next week. Same bat channel. Yeah, right, eh? Chain vortex, no. No. This is a pretty OP thing. Just keep increasing potion effectiveness and everything else. It only goes up a little bit at a time. What else can I increase here? I don't have this. I'm not even using the slash attack anymore. What other passive stuff can I get here? Ooh, critical strike. Wants to critical damage. I like that one. Ooh, ooh, making the door open and close. So anyway, yeah, getting back to that just before I close off. So then this guy's sitting there and he's going, "Oh, this guy must be on meds. I was listening to one of his videos and stuff." No. 17 years ago, they put me on pain medicine, and told me, you know, in 10 years they'll have an operation that could fix my back, which now they tell me the same thing, and they don't give me the pain medicine because all you other people have problems taking your opiates and become badass drug addicts that go around causing shit for the universe. Meanwhile, 3 weeks out of the month, I would take my pain medicine and then I would go off them for a week and basically detoxify, and did that for 17 years without having any problems with the law. And yeah, my doctor retired, and good luck finding another doctor now in Canada, because and I knew back then how bad that medicine was. That's why I did what I did. I did that voluntarily. It wasn't a doctor telling me to do that stuff, right? So for a week of the month, I was a total wreck for pain. Yeah. And I still managed to do tons of things. Yeah. So, yeah. And the Canadian government up here, I also showed them a video of the cartels down in Central, or when was it, Mexico and whatnot there, thanking the Canadian and American government in 2012 for cutting everybody off on these pain meds so that they could sell them heroin. And that's in 2012. Now, this so-called crisis didn't start until around, what, 2015 or 16? Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. So this has all been planned so that they legalize weed, and then they can shove guys like me that have been doing no wrong and to what, a drug dealer that gives me fentanyl and kills me? Yeah, not cool. That's part of the thing of, you know, there's more to this playing video games, letting my stress out of me, right? This is therapy to me, right? You know, if I didn't do this, and this is another thing that came out today, that, you know, Trump is now blaming this crazy person at 8chan who went off and murdered a bunch of people, and so it's violent video games. No, I think it's the opposite of that, because I'm indoors here, I'm not out there. Because if I had to go crazy, have to put up with half the morons that are out there, I'd probably go crazy in Postal too. And so would a lot more people. In fact, that's one of the reasons, you boneheads in the government, why your crime rates are coming down. More people are sitting in front of a television. They're sitting in front of a computer. And people go, well, mobile games are really big and everything. Well, by the statistics, I'm sorry to bother you on that, but not quite as big as the PC gaming thing. PC games are twice as large a market as mobile games. Okay, it's been a little bit of a lie because they're trying to drum up the business for it. And a lot of the whales are sitting on mobile phones, and that's why some of these clowns are going in and putting the games into it. Okay? If I want a legitimate game that treats you as the user and consumer as a good person, I'm not making mobile games. I'm not. End of story. I'll make a PC game that you can put some mods to it when I'm done with it and have enjoyment and value. Okay? There's a big difference there. That's why the second version of this game is even better than this one. Not just because it's, you know, it's their second iteration, so they do things better, but they allow you to make your own mods to the thing. Same with Grim Dawn. I had a look at the Grim Dawn stuff. You could technically make a brand new game. They basically have sold you the engine to play with, and you just can't sell, you know, what you do. You have to just, you can trade it for free and do that, you know, blah blah blah. That's it. But you still get your value, you know. You'll notice, guys, you know, a couple of guys said, you play a lot of games that, you know, a lot of people don't play. I says, and you'll notice I'm not doing the same thing every day. You notice I'm not doing the same thing every, you know, over and over and over and over, right? Okay? Because the games that I play have value to me, okay? They have different levels, different mods, different things I can try out that make the game fresh again. Okay? I don't like wasting my money. I'm like I'm like I hope most of you. I don't like throwing my money out the window. Right? So Epic says, here's Unreal Engine. You can muck around with this. Here's a bunch of free stuff for it. Oh, okay. I don't know. And I'm not kidding you. I just said, okay, I'll grab all of it. And then they said, well, it's free for the month. Now, when somebody says free for the month, what do you guys think? I think at the end of the month, it's no longer free, right? So why bother with that stuff? I still went and grabbed it anyway, and I'm glad I did, because then they were telling me in a chat that I get to keep that forever, and I was noticing that it wouldn't disappear right before, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to keep quiet about this. Oh yeah. Anyway, I think I need a day off. Go play some more games and just not talk on them for a while. Excuse me. And I gotta drink my coffee, not inhale it. Anyway, to other people that are watching out there, look, when it comes to all this stuff, these people that are, like I've said before, the CEOs of big companies, they're a little more detached from reality than we are, because they don't exist in, they don't live the way we do. They're not around things that we're around. They're sheltered. They're in a bubble. So their own personal realities are not the same as the rest of us. So when I hear a big guy like Sweeney say something silly, I go, okay. Because every CEO I've ever met's like that. Okay? And yet then you go away from that and you talk to the guys underneath him who are a little more towards where we are in the spectrum of life, and it's different. Okay? Like, this is what I don't know how to say that properly. I'm not a psychologist either. I don't know everything about how to communicate certain things, but that's the gist of that. Now, not everybody's perfect too, and I swear there is a group of people who they're just as bad as the SJWs. They're just the anti-SJWs. And both sides cannot exist without the drama of each other. Okay? It drives me mental that these people exist, because they try and drag the rest of us into their crap. Okay? And that's part of another trip that I'm glad I'm around in some ways for some of you, because I know for a fact that as soon as I appear and I speak the way I do, speak my mind and be truthful and honest, that certain people don't like that. Right? And I gotta wonder why that guy tried to attack me after I was basically agreeing with his channel guy's Discord comment, and then I added a little bit to it, and I've made 2 comments, okay? And this guy comes back like, is he still talking? Is he still saying something? Like, come on. And I'm like, Anyway, I'll let you guys go, and we'll play some more tomorrow.